I love action drills. I love a lot of activity. I will tell you that if you ask anybody, my forte is probably first ball contacts. It's always been passing. It's always been defense. I talked about Kate's team that she played for, the team that Kate was on. The one bro was the starting bro on the U.S. junior national team, was voted the top bro in the world. Kate was the alternate on the team. In the third bro was maybe one of the finest Big Ten bros of all time. This year, my bros, I don't know how much you know about college, my 4 DSs. One's going to Stanford, one's going to Texas, one's going to Wisconsin, the other's going to Penn State. So I got no excuses. But these guys all learn through the same system. And so passing and defense are really what, if anybody wanted to give you credit or give me credit, they would give me that. If you knew me, you would understand that both of those skill sets are developed by a lot of grind. Passing is a grind skill set. It's reps. It's a billion reps. It's a lot of things that go on. Defense is a lot of toughness, just tough. And so those things are really kind of how I am. If we just sit and talked, you could pick that up pretty quick. That's who I am. I'm going to work. I'm going to outwork you. But I'm always going to try to out-tough you. I'm going to go toe-to-toe on a regular basis. Skill sets that matter. I don't care what you know about the game, you do have to know one thing. First ball contacts. So that first 45 minutes of my practice is every single day is first ball contacts. Every single day. Even when we get into the focus skill, whatever it is, there's a degree of first ball contacts in that as well. All of my games are built on first ball contact. We've got to pass it and serve it better than you. If I pass it and serve it better than you, as I alluded to yesterday, I'm going to win. So what are first ball contacts? The game comes down to point production and point reduction. You want to learn how to coach it. It's about how do I produce and how do I reduce. The fastest way to produce points in the game, serve. That's the fastest way to score. So the fastest way to create point production is serving. So I got to look at it, so how do I reduce points? The easiest and fastest way to reduce points is to pass it. So if I can negate your opportunity to score on first contact, then I've improved myself. So it comes down to production reduction. You're always going to be looking as a coach, how do I make more points? And then how do I let them score less points? And it's as simple as it gets. So if you look, serve is point production, number one offensive weapon. I will tell you this, just as an insider, I will tell you that over the last 6 years, I put more and more and more time and emphasis on serving than I've ever done. I serve more now than I've ever served, ever. And I've always served a lot. And anybody comes in our gym and goes, damn, you serve a lot. I don't know if it's enough yet. In everything we do serving is a competition. There's a winner and a loser every time. We will play every single thing we do as competition. And you got to win with your serve. And I don't let my kids, I hate the term serve because serving sounds like something that happens at Applebee's. It does to me. It does. I would rather it be called inline attack. Go back and get somebody. I had a little girl several years ago. She was great. She went to Florida. She had a nasty toppy at a time where no girls were topping, and she would rip it. I said to some of the guys earlier, in a perfect world, you would teach girls to serve like boys and boys to pass like girls. That's the perfect world. That is the perfect world. But this little girl was awesome, and she played for me for 3 years. From 15 on up to 18, she was on my team. And every time she'd come back, and she would look to me for a service zone. Where do you want me to serve? Never did I give her a service zone, but she looked for 3 years for a service zone. But it ended up being like this. She'd come back and look at me. She was all amped, man. She'd be jacked up, and she'd look over at me, and I'd go, knock that little redheaded girl down. And she'd go, yo, you got it. And she'd go like, and hammer the ball. I said, that little girl that just tripped, hammer her. Oh, you got it. And she'd go back and just crush balls. And I loved it, man, because she had the right approach. It's a mindset, right? The reason these guys can't be great servers oftentimes is mindset. I said yesterday, you can't plant tomatoes and expect potatoes to rise. But if I looked and said, have you ever served 14 in set 3, she would say yes. If I ever said, have you ever become religious while serving? And she'd go, what do you mean? I don't know. How about, please God, let me serve this ball in the net, over the net, into the 900 square feet, which, by the way, you can land a helicopter in that, but we can't seemingly land a ball in it. And she would look and go, yes, I have said that. Please God, if you let this ball go over the net and land in bounds, I will clean my room. Yeah. And players do say that. But you know who else says it? Coaches. I have improved so dramatically as a coach because inevitably, in some of the biggest matches of my life, I'm jacked. We get the ball back. I'm like, yes. And then I look down and see who's serving. I go, no. Why, Lord? Why are you making her the next server? You know, I'm trying to immediately go through my head. What did I do bad to have this girl serving right now? Then you look and you're going, I said, go after him, put the ball in play. And then I look at my stat sheet like I just can't look at her. I'd tell my sister, tell me if it goes over. You know, or I'd look at the kid and I go, you got this. And I don't do that anymore because kids started to realize that, boy, he doesn't have a whole lot of faith. But I still do this. It's just bad. You know, but the mindset is bad. She goes back scared to death. I don't want to make a mistake. Fair? I got to serve this ball in bounds. That's the mindset. But what she really wants, though, she wants an ace. Yeah, I want to be the hero. I want to go back and bleed the ace at 14. There you go. Shower me, right? So we plant, please God, let me serve it over the net, and we anticipate the result to be an ace. We can't plant tomatoes and expect potatoes. So much of serving has got to be a mindset, and you got to work that. You got to continue to preach that every practice. But it's your number one offensive weapon. Passing is your number one defensive weapon. And I said yesterday, the moment the Brazilians tossed the ball up in the air and somebody went up and ripped it, passing became defense in a flat-out hurry, and serving became attacking in a flat-out hurry. I like it called inline attack. I hate the term serving. But we got to go get you. And so when I say inline attack, my kids have a little different mentality or mindset when they go back. The other first ball contact, believe it or not, is defense. How you defend the first ball is critical. And so it's both point production because we score on transition a lot. So one of the things, if we were talking deeply about it, the closer we defend the ball to the net, the higher probability is. So balls that are hit here, so if we're playing you guys and you tip right here, here's what's going to happen. This little girl is going to defend it. The drop-off is going to defend this ball with her hands, and my scoring ratio is about 89% of the time I'm going to score because she's going to kick it to the setter, and the middle's already going to be up in the air. You're still going to be in coverage, and I'm bouncing balls. If the ball is defended by the second layer of defense, this cutoff person, my number goes to about 60%. If it goes to the middle back, it's 50-50. If you've ever coached or watched or played football, you don't want your safety to lead your team in tackles. You don't want the guy farthest from the ball to be tackling because that means chunks of ground are being given up. So we use it as a point production, but we also use defense as a point reduction, meaning you're not scoring on us, baby. You know, you're going to have to kill me to beat me mentality. And so it encompasses both skill sets. Numbers. I said this one, you win the serve pass battle, you win 77% of the match. You win 77% of the time. You win the serve pass 77% of the time. And I went as far as to tell you yesterday the man that told me this and the facts that he gave me. And the facts were irrefutable. Because he said if you win serve pass and left, which is big in the men's game, if you win serve pass and the left, you win 100% of the time. It's true. Go back through it. And he said it, and I thought it was stupid. He exposed 3,600 16 to 18-year-old tapes that he had watched and statted. And I decided, I give. I'll let you have this one. But I started watching it from that point on, and he's right. He is right. The last couple of years, several years ago, well, 3 years ago, we were the best passing team in America, and I had a kid that went on to be the Big Ten Player of the Year, and a kid that was the ACC Freshman of the Year on the same team, and we never lost. So maybe he's right. And so if you can pass it, you got a shot right off the bat if you win that battle. You have zero, this is another great quote, Toshi Toyota, and he was a great coach. He said, you have 0% chance to pass the ball if you cannot catch the ball. So if you're teaching young kids, if I'm Dave, if I can throw a ball and a kid can't get their feet to the ball or can't catch a ball, the probability of them learning to pass the ball really goes way down. I think the same is with the serve. If a kid can't serve a ball over the net, don't berate them about not being able to. If they can't throw a ball over the net, they're probably not going to be able to serve a ball over the net. Does that make sense? And so as I'm teaching young kids, one of the things that hurts us in our game, how can you not serve? This is what I usually see. That's called opposition. You can't throw and step with the same foot. You teach people to throw that way. Opposite foot, opposite hand. But if they can't throw a ball over the net, what you're going to see when you teach young kids to serve is this. It doesn't work that way. It's got to be this to get your core engaged. But if they can't throw a ball over the net, they can't serve. If they can't catch a ball coming over the net, they probably can't pass yet. So go back to the basics. Teach the catching, teach the throwing, then build from there. But those are basic, and 0% was his call. The majority of practices, this is Kelly Sheffield. It's interesting. We talk a lot. Kelly Sheffield's the head coach at Wisconsin. And I will be honest, and in full disclosure, he came from us. He coached for us. So he's going to be a little bit tainted, and he's drank the Kool-Aid. So understand that. But he said, majority of practices I see serve, receive 5% of the time. I think 50 to 60% should have some element of serve, receive involved. So at least 50 to 60% of your practice needs to have a serve or a pass or both involved. Think about what you do. Just think about how you do practice, and that has got to be involved. So all that means is a drill where you toss to the setter, just put a passer there. And you toss the ball to them, let them pass it. And then as you evolve, let a kid stand there and chop a ball over, then pass it, set it, and hit it. And that was the basic warm-up hitting line that now has evolved into a full-scale pass-serve game. That's how you coach. Passing. Things that I want you to think about. It's got to be known as a point prevention. This is our number one thing. When you get to that point where you're starting to decide whether it's going to be fast food or a restaurant for dinner, that's usually because you stop passing. Because there's a point where you kind of look and go, well, I guess we can eat out tonight because we're going to be done early here. It's passing. You bleed. When you bleed points, it's passing. Think to the games you've played. Hemorrhage points are passing. Your passing breaks down, it's over. In the boys' game, you can't pass here now. Everybody in the brother knows it's going to the left. Now they're just clamping you. You got to pass the ball. And so you look at it. Minimize system errors. Here's the way I would minimize system errors. If you can't pass, don't. I watch guys, well, we just rotate this way, I'm going to put him in there. No. Only your best passers pass. Only your best passers pass. They all pass in practice, but only my best guys pass in games. And you got to look at your serve-receive patterns, and I've got to maximize, I'm only going to put my best guys out there. Use a priority passer system. That means, Kate, when I'm going to tell you, you go. You just go.
Do you use that system over taking seams?
Pardon?
Do you use that system over taking seams?
I do. We do. I like that question. We do a lot of seam talk. We don't, oh shit. Here we go. All right, so give me a passer right here, a passer right there, a passer right there. The rest of you slide back. If I get distracted, this is on you. So, all right. So here's something we got to do a better job of. If you can teach this to 12-year-olds, I think you're a step ahead of the game. This has to be taught. So our guys, it drives me crazy. They just stand here and wait to get hit. That's really stupid. And so there has to be communication, pre-pass, pass, and post-pass communication on every ball. That starts the moment this guy gets the ball. So the moment this guy has the ball, let's say they're serving out of this corner, fair? They're serving out of this corner. A couple of things have to happen. Where do you want the pass to go?
Oh, there.
Right to the middle of the court, yes?
Yes.
Then why in the hell would you be facing straight ahead? Yeah, you need to tilt a little. You need to be there. You need to tilt a little as well. So you're going to tilt with your belly. Put your belly button where you want the ball to go. Don't stand right here. That's what we do. Secondly, if the server's coming from there, she was talking about a seam. A seam. The rules of the seams are simple. Who can get hurt first? You're first in line. That's the shortest distance. That's about 45 feet to you, about 47 to 49 feet to you, 53 to 55 feet over here. That's how math works, distances. So if you're the first in there, the most dangerous place for you is the ball on your leg. So the comment, the pre-pass comment from you, I've got line. Your comment then is, I got seam. Your comment is, I've got cross. This is all mine because I have a lot of time to react. If the server moves to this corner, I've got line, I've got seam, I've got cross. And that communication can't, so it's got to occur. So we sit back here and all we're thinking about it. And I've got to be honest. It was C, right? Yeah. How about that? So C, if C's right here, C's sitting back here going, oh shit. And you're scared. No. Don't collect garbage, collect information. But more importantly, give information. So the ball's here. You got to immediately say, I got line. And you're not just saying it to yourself. We call that crazy when we talk to ourselves. So you go, I got line to her. She goes, I've got seam. So I'm cool here. And you go, hey guys, I got your back over here. I got cross. That's all pre-pass conversation, right? And that's got to go on. We can't stand here shaking. We've got to know. Your question was, do I let the priority passer go? Yes. Yes, my priority guy can go. And I've only had about 4 of them. But if I got one, I'm letting them pass the ball. I'm a pretty good, if you're a great passer, I want great passers passing most of the balls. But, so you got this set up. Pre-pass, I tell them exactly what I want. And that's what you should teach your kids, to read what's being given. They're giving you information. And so if the server comes out of the middle, then we talk about what we're going to do. I've got seam, I've got point. Boom. And we're going to know every single time. We're going to say that before the ball's served. Once the ball's served, you call mine. You're going to call mine, and you're going to call to the setter. You may call the setter's name, but I'm mine, Mike. As soon as you say that, that's pass communication. As soon as the ball has pre-pass communication, pass communication, all 3 of you have to start chanting, cover, cover, cover. I pass the ball, ball's passed to me, I set it, you guys crash to cover. And when the ball's right here, if you become elite, as this kid is going up to hit, I'm seeing the block and I'm saying line, 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 cross, 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 and now I've communicated fully. Most of you guys don't know whether someone's actually talking or someone just farted on the court, because there was a little noise and I'm not sure what it was. If it was talk, I'm going to applaud. If it was the latter, I'm probably backing up. That's what we do. We back up. We got to talk more, but sometimes we don't talk because we don't know what to say. It's a middle school dance. It's a middle school dance. Everybody's stuck to the wall until 2 idiots come out there and start to dance, and we loosen up, right? They don't know what to say. So you got to teach them what to say. Pre-pass, post-pass, and pass. Does that answer that? And I think some of those knowledge of what to tell them in each situation is important. Have a seat. Match the serve-receive pattern to the serve. I think you just got to make sure that you got to give a lot of thought as a young coach to try to get your best passer in the middle of the court on the most time. The reason the middle of the court's important, and a lot of people don't think about it, the most prevalent serve in our game is right here. And you want to know why. It's 15 feet from the net, 15 feet from the end line, 15 foot from the sideline, 15 foot from the sideline. It's the safest serve. It's the safest place to put the ball. So by all means, they're going to go there. If they're scared at all, they're going to put the ball in a safety nest. Put your best passer in the middle of the court and try to make points from there. And you do need to scout. I said earlier, you were asking about scouting. I want to know who can serve and who can pass. Is there a kid that should scare me as a server? A lot of times it's a big toppy kid. You know, if they had a big toppy kid, I want my kids to know, because with toppies, especially in the boys game, you got to be one and done. Meaning, I'll let that guy rip one, but if you let a big time toppy serve more than one, they get in a rhythm and they'll gut you. So we want to know, I want my setters to know that on a big toppy, we got to get out right now. So my setter now knows, big toppy, regardless of where the pass is, we're going to our money, because I got to get out of this rotation and get that kid off the line. So scouting report, those type of things matter. And I think that's how you become dynamic in the point production market. Technical training. C, come on out here, babe. Where's C at? All right, the biggest problem your kids are gonna have is their platform's too loud. So get low like you're passing, face those guys. So put your hands together. Their platform's too loud, too much moving. So think of it this way. If I wanted C to water a plant right here, but not get anything else wet, she would hold the hose right there. Fair? So if I said, don't get anything else wet, C, and C does this, everything's getting wet. We call that a sprinkler. I want straight on. And so I want thumbs to target, and I want her to be there. And so C knows that I've got to be really quiet with my platform. The place where you're going to get in trouble is here. C turns this way, turn facing it, baby. C wants the ball to go to there, so C takes this ball and swings across her body, or gets beat inside, line to leg, and swings this way to the ball. This ball blinds you, by the way. You just get drilled. It's the one that knocks over people's coffee all the time. Right there. But that's that really crazy loud platform. What I want her to do is understand she passes with her feet, but if she wants the ball to go there, she doesn't swing the ball there. She drops her shoulder, inside shoulder, and tilts the ball there. And you got to teach tilt. They just don't know it. And so you look and you're going, how do you teach tilt? Give me, come on up here, sweetie. A bunch of ways to teach it. All right. Easiest way to teach it. C, line up on me. Target, go right there. You're going to face me, but you're going to pass to Anna. Anna, as soon as I toss the ball, just give me the next one. You're not going to swing, so face me. Pass the ball to Anna's outside hand. Anna, your biggest job is to give her a target and tell her whether she was good or bad. If she passes it right here, good. If you have to do this, bad. But you got to say it. Right here, ball. I'll take that ball. No, quick. There you go. Ball. Go. Ball. Go. There you go. Quicker, Anna. Go. There you go. 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 There you go. Did you hear her say bad? There you go. Did you hear her? All right. There you go. Go. Come on. Come on. There you go. And here's the only thing you have to teach. Anna did a good job. She said bad twice. Here's the difference. And you got to be aware. You talk about coaching boys, coaching girls. You tell a boy bad and he just knuckles down and wants to punch somebody. We tell C bad, Anna goes, bad C. C just kind of looks at her and goes, I'll steal your boyfriend. What? What does that have to do with the boyfriend? But that's how it works, right? That's how it goes. And so we work this way, and then we'll go 30 seconds this way, and then we get really difficult. We'll go this way, and you'll come here, yep. And now you're going to tilt the opposite way. Go. Talk to her there. That's really bad. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Bad. There you go. So what do you got to do? She said bad twice. You can either let her say bad for 30 seconds or do something different. So the problem with bad, ready? Get low. That. Nope. There. If I want the ball to go, if I poured water on your shoulder right now, where would the water pour?
Down.
That way. If I want the ball to go that way, I need to tilt. So tilt, quiet arms, tilt, pass, better, more, tilt more, better. There you go, better. There you go. There you go. She gave you a couple goods in a row there. So that's we call it go for three, man. It's a Minnesota drill, but you just work. So we go here, passes opposite. We go here, passes opposite. We do it a million different ways. You talked about adjusting drills. We'll make that a movement drill. We'll do one ball. We'll have a tosser at the 10, tosser at the net, passer here. And I will toss, and they've got to pass it to that hand. They'll shuffle over here. Now that guy's got the ball, and they pass to this hand. We just work. Another way to make it easy, sit on the floor, face the crowd. There you go. Okay. And you're good. Get your arms ready. You're going to pass. You're going to pass to me.
Okay.
Pass to this hand.
Okay.
Ready? Nope, that's not good.
I can't.
No, you can. Drop that shoulder.
Okay.
Yes, I know you can.
Okay.
You don't think you're going to get away with that shit. Right there, turn, go. There you go, a little more. That's beautiful. I thought you couldn't do it.
I lied.
Yeah, you did lie. There you go. Tilt, tilt. There you go, beautiful. Tilt. When you tilt, you're really good. The goal is to be really good. There you go. Okay, switch the other way. Go to this hand now. Okay, yeah, exactly. Go. No, fix it. Fix it. You're getting closer. Getting closer. Tilt more. Just fix it by tilting. There you go. Tilt. Better. Tilt. That a girl. Tilt. Just figure it out. Feel it right there. Can't be done in one pass. That's beautiful. You over tilt it. I'm good with that. And it would be cool if this was the drill. It'd be insanely slow, and Dave hates slow. So what we're going to do is this. Ready? You're going to pass this hand, right?
Okay.
As soon as you pass this hand, you do take your little sit and spin butt, turn, face that way. So watch. Go here. Turn quick. Here, go. 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 And I would love it if we weren't doing the Helen Keller tribute of mute, so you can call the ball.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can call the ball. No, that's good. It's good. It's a lot of things to think about. It's you got to be always on your toes and thinking. Yeah. Once you start dating more often, you'll get that down pat. All right. So that is some simple tilt drills. That's go for tilt and straddles. I'll show you straight line passing. Give me 4 guys right there on the inline. See, you're one of them. Give me 4 guys targeting, real quick, right in the middle of the court. Quick. There you go. I like that. Really good speed, really bad math. So straight line passing, coaches, I want to force them into being able to tilt. Tilt's where all your problem is, right? This drives you crazy. This is how we pass balls. I teach it a lot of times by taking a folding chair, Scott, and we would stand in front and I'd have to pass the ball here. I'll hold a folding chair and you want to pass it off the folding chair. That's how you learn to do it. So when we tilt, we don't want our hands going across our median or midline. Those people that don't understand midlines, belly button. If you're in another place, we got to talk afterwards. That would be cool. But we got to teach this quiet skill. So you're going to pass, you're going to cover, you're going to get the ball, catch it, hand it to me, run outside and get back in line. Straight line passing, I'm going to throw the ball straight down the line. You're going to run straight at me, but the ball's got to be passed there. So you're going to pre-tilt. Look at your shoulders. Yeah, you're going to start pre-tilted. If you try to wait till the ball gets here, it's too late. Run at me, run. Go, get out of here. Get low, go. Oh, get out of here. All right, so remember on day 1, if you're here day 1, my biggest pet peeve, 2, catch the ball. Catch the ball. The targets always catch the ball. Here's my day 1 pet peeve. Get low. You've got to be low. You got to be ready for the drill. That would be nice as hell, but that doesn't work. Get low. I don't want to see anybody behind her, so get low. You're lucky. Yeah. There you go. Get low. Get low. Get low. Get low. And so right as she takes off, boom, you should step in. Right as she takes off, boom, you should step in, and we go. What you saw a minute ago was these guys were here, throwing the book down and getting the drill. No. We're on the drill. We're on the drill. So that's straight line passing. That's one way of teaching it. Another way, you ready? I'm going to throw a dot at you. There we go. You ready? This is a drill we call speed close because what happens is you got to learn to pre-tilt. You'll see a lot of our passers will stand here and you'll see our guys starting like this in serve receive. They're starting. They know you're trying to come and get them here. So they're here. They're going to be outside their legs. But I need you to start right on that line. You're just going to catch the ball. It's called speed close. What's going to happen, I start on the line. You're going to shuffle out as quick as you can, touch that blue dot. As soon as you touch that blue dot, I'm throwing the ball down the line. You got to get your butt over there and pass. If you wait to try to do this, you're screwed. What you should do is touch that blue dot, and immediately once you touch that blue dot, that left shoulder should tilt as you're moving back. If you do that, you're going to be successful. If you don't, we'll laugh a little and do it again. Ready? Go. Touch, go. Ball. I forgot to say you need to pass the ball.
Oh, I think you said catch it.
Go, go, go. I told them to catch it. Go, 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 go. Okay, go back. Good or bad?
Bad.
No, I agree. I agree. Go again. Go. Touch, go, 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 go. What do you got for me? Good or bad? Better, but that wasn't a question. I said good, bad. You kind of tweenered me, yeah? Still bad. Go. Quick, push it to target. Ah, that's a little better. Can you make the ball go right at her, like a little lower? And as you're moving, I want you to cover on this one because we're getting it. You're getting it, I. You're getting it right here. Go. Get off. Quick touch, go. Get out. Go. Pass. Go, 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 go. Yeah, you just go cover. Go over there. Stand right there. Boom. Look like a cover guy. That's not looking like a cover guy. That's looking like a cover guy. So the last pass was beautiful. Was beautiful. Somebody asked about what to do with numbers. If I speed up the rhythm of the pass, I speed up the number of guys that can get through it. This takes time. Loops are fat. Lines are filet mignon. Quick, quick. That's called speed close. That's how you teach kids to close the line. Scotty, we do it with 10-year-olds, so it's doable. But you have to have honest people. You were really honest. We went from bad, we went to not as bad. So stinks to not stinky to much better, and the last one was good. And so that's exactly what you're looking for in a passing game. I think that tilt is one of the things you got to teach. Quiet platform is another. So I'm going to use my passer right here to teach quiet platform. I mean, you don't want to move forward, so get low. Kneel down on your right knee. So we teach a lot of these things every day. You'll see a lot of practices before you get on the floor. They'll start this way. I want you just to walk the ball to me, meaning you're going to pop out, not up. So you're going to shoot off. You're going to push off that back foot, and you're going to come straight to me. I'm going to toss. You're going to come right at me passing the ball. Don't pass and stop. Just walk it to me. Walk the ball right to me. There's no need to move your arms. Just let your legs move the ball. So you're all right. You're all right. Don't overthink it. Get low. Ready? Shoot off. Go. Pass. Did you walk all the way to me?
Oh, no.
No? So that's a lunge. If one foot moves, that's a lunge. Both feet got to move. You were good, though. Pass the ball between your knee and your navel. Ready? Go. Pass. Walk. Go again. Better, better. Let's try not to be Frankensteinish. Relax. You're good. You're good, babe. You're good. Relax. Push the ball to me. Walk it to me. So let your legs pass the ball instead of my arms. Right? Go. I love that. I love that. I love that. Give her a hand. That was pretty good. The Frankenstein-y part is when we're really uptight, right? So quiet platform, that's called a push through. We'll do a lot of that with our kids. We make them switch legs every time. So how the drill would look is go back, kneel on with your right knee up. Yep, pass this ball, go, walk through it, go all the way through, go back, quick, switch knees, left knee high, go, pass, walk through, there you go, and we just keep going. And you gotta switch knees. And we go through just to work on just quiet. You'll learn, great passers are passing with their legs because the first thing she would have to do, Ellie's got to pass, but she's got to move to coverage. So she just wants to drag the ball with her. It's like a drag button baseball, quiet platform, put the bat on the ball and walk it to where you want to go. It's simple. So you got to have quiet platform. That's a big part of passing. The real bear of it is feet. I said earlier, if you can't catch a ball, you can't pass a ball. You can't catch a ball if you can't get to it. So one of my favorite drills, Elle, I'm going to put you monkey in the middle. Give me somebody on the end line over there, somebody right here on the 10. There you go. This drill is my favorite passing warm-up drill. If it's my favorite passing warm-up drill, it's their least favorite passing warm-up drill. So this is called rush and push. So you're going to start about middle of the two. There you go. So what's going to happen, Elle, is she's going to toss the ball, and you're going to just toss a simple ball. You want to pass this ball to her forehead. I don't want it passed to her 5 head or 3 head, right? I taught anatomy for a year, so I was pretty good about this. Pass it to her forehead. You just give her some kind of feedback, but there's going to be a point where she's not going to hear your feedback. Breathing's going to supersede. So she's going to pass this ball as soon as you pass that ball. So I'm going to pass, and then I'm going to get away from Noah. I'm going to pass. I'm going to move her forward and get away. So I pass, get away. Pass, get away. What you're going to do is like a scene out of Wizard of Oz. Pass, 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 and then you just fall down and we laugh. You got to pass and get away. So I come close, I pass, and I get away from her. I pass, and I get away from her. I want to keep my hands out the whole time. Let me see if you can do this. Go. Pass, turn, and get away. The other way. There you go. Go. Pass, get away, get away, get away, get away. Go. Go quick. Go. Pass, get away. Pass and get away. Go. Get away. Quick. Get away quick. Okay, hold real quick. I like what you're doing, man. I really wish that you would talk. I really do. Once again, going back to dating, it'll help you a lot. Everything goes towards that. I think that I'd love for you to talk. I'd like you two to talk too. How many balls were passed to your forehead? The answer is 0. The answer is 0. So 0, don't be afraid to say it. She's not going to steal your boyfriend. That's a good for you. We can have a whole separate talk on boys. That's a good thing. So I need you to call the ball. I need you to give her some information. I need you to pass a little lower. So I'm going to give you 20 seconds to the drill. Coaches, we do the drill. The least I've ever done is 45. The most I've ever done is a minute and a half. A minute and a half was barbaric, but I wasn't in a good mood. A minute is a lot. It is a lot. 30 seconds is a good place to start. I will go 20, just because I still like you and I want to get out of here with you liking me. So ready? Let's go. Go. Pass and go. Turn on, get away. Talk to her, baby. Talk to her. Talk to her. Talk to her. Go, go, go. Talk to her. You got to talk to her too. Yeah, the girl. I heard you burp. Go, go, go. Come on. There you go. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Fast, fast, fast. Get away quick. Come on, baby. Keep talking. Keep talking. Breathing doesn't take over talking. Go. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go quick. Come on. Go, 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 go. 20 seconds. Stop. Yeah. And all I would do at that point is say switch. So you would switch with her, you're now, and then ultimately all three of us go. The drill usually takes a minute and a half. If we're going 30 seconds, just go. Switching for me is a lot different. You will hear it in the gym. I will say go. I will say stop. Then I'll say go. I don't say go, stop, reflect, think about it for a bit. No, go, stop, go. I want to go. I want to go. And so that's an example of just a very easy movement drill. Movement drill. The other reason your kids suffer with passing, they've got bad balance. They do. When I was little, it was kind of cool. Some of your kids pay big money for this. We called it hopscotch. They call them personal trainers. The hopscotch for me was free. These guys are paying $75 an hour. But we did a lot of things with our bodies. The only ones doing things with their bodies now are people that are paying personal trainers, because if you can't do it on your phone, it's probably not worth doing. And so one of the reasons, stand on your right foot only, Al. See that? You feel this? You know, those are called muscles of proprioception. Oddly, you stopped doing it, right? So muscles of proprioception is what around the ankles. So when you stood on your foot at first, they were wiggling, and then they grip. And they're good to go. They're no different than a bicep and a tricep. You got to strengthen them. You only strengthen them by being on one foot at a time. So stand on your other foot, wobble, 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 lock and load. And that's how it works. But we don't practice this. And you're going, why would you ever practice passing on one foot? I don't know, you tell me. You know, as a player, people would always say, we want to film you for videos because of passing. I don't think you want to, because I passed every ball right there, because that's how I cleared my hips. But these guys pass a lot of balls on one foot. If I'm in transit, one foot. One foot. I'm passing on one foot. I get beat deep, one foot. And so we bitch at them because they can't pass on one foot, but we never work on passing on one foot. So one foot would look like this, stand on one foot, pass the ball right to my forehead. Get low, pass, boom, there you go, pass. We'll do this with one arm, we'll do this with two arms, we'll do a variety of things. Switch feet, go. I love that pass, by the way. Go, there you go, perfect. Right there, beautiful, I like to talk. I know you accidentally did that. There you go, go, go. And we go one foot, And then we'll make it more interesting. We call it skate passing. So I want you to skate out, and that means boom, boom, skate. Yeah, skate, pass, skate, pass. Hold that posture until I catch it. Skate, pass, skate wider, bigger skate. Cover more ground. There you go, skate big. Skate big, compromise yourself. Talk to me one time and I'll let you stop.
I got it.
There you go. And that's called skate passing. Yeah. So skate passing. And it's, like I told these guys yesterday, it's easy to yell at these guys. It is very easy to yell at them. But you got to give them reason to yell. I told, and some of these guys were here yesterday, it's the equivalent of not giving your child a curfew, but yelling at them when they come home too late. What? You know, well, I really wanted you to be home by 10, but you never told them to be home by 10, so when they come in at 10:30, you're pissed off. If you want them home at 10, tell them to be home at 10. Then if they're home at 10:30, we got reason to gripe. But we can't gripe if we haven't taught. So if I look and Ellie can't pass the ball, she's on one foot and compromised, that's on me, man. When we win, it's because our guys effectively carried out the plan. When we lose, it was a failure on my part to fully prepare my guys for what was coming. If you can take that burden and accept it, you're gonna be pretty good. If not, you're that guy that yells at your kids every time you lose and smacks them on the back every time you win. You're playing odds. Go to Vegas. Yeah.
How do you feel about peppering just as a warm-up? And
Peppering?
I see a lot of coaches coming in, and the first thing they go is that, yeah, go pepper, set it to warm up. These things to me be more very specific game-related warm-ups and things like that.
I think that a lot of what you're seeing here ultimately evolve into what our kids do on their own. Pepper is a very personal thing. If you ever played the game, you would know that. You say Pepper, I think Lauren Gebert. He played with me professionally for 12 years. And Lauren Gebert, man, I love Pepper with Lauren Gebert. You put me with one of those middles and I don't want to pepper for more than 30 seconds because I don't want to chase balls. Pepper, I believe, is the single best drill ever invented for volleyball. It teaches hand contact, it teaches this. In fact, we do what we call a lot of times in a two-ball pepper. And what two-ball pepper is I'm on the line on the 10 and I hit L and L digs it up to me. I take the setting out of it and I hit again and L digs it up to me again. And if our kids can get 7 out of 10 on this, that's a passing grade. If they get 6 out of 10, I don't need to dwell on it. She knew she failed or I failed. Then we flip and L hits 10 balls at me. And we want to keep it in order. If the ball keeps coming back up, we go, and that's ball control. It's a great drill. But I think in my mind, that's a drill for Kate and Kim to get together before I show up and be ready to go. I don't like guys that just appear. I want everything functional. Once we get in the gym, it's on me. The guys I love, if you came to my gym, every single day in my gym, when I go to court 1, which is where I practice, I go to court 1 and I see in the corner of court 1 off the court, every day I see Lauren Gillis, this beautiful little girl, I love her, kneeling down and working on a wrist routine that I gave her. I saw her there every night, and the rest of her friends were talking about boyfriend, school, stupid. Lauren Gillis went on to be the Gatorade Player of the Year, because I told her, you got to have a better wrist, baby. If you get a better, I found the note I wrote her and sent it to her in California. I said, if you can develop a world-class wrist, sky's the limit. I believe in you, baby. That's exactly what I sent her. And I went back and found, I was cleaning out my computer and I found it. And I sent it to her and she called me immediately crying because she became great. But those are on your own things in my opinion. Because peppering is kind of personal and coaching-wise, it's hard to coach peppering unless you're doing two-ball pepper where I can coach that. She digs it, you got to dig it higher, but still I got 5 guys going. I love that as you fix you. You want to be great, Al, you be great. When everybody else is working, you work. When everybody else rests, you work, and the equation will work out for you. Yes?
Would you say, kind of like adding on to what you said about like peppering, would you say these drills that you're doing right now are kind of like a combination to basically work on peppering in this sort of way? Because like you said, pepper is...
So yesterday somebody asked me a great question. Part to whole. I teach a lot of part to whole. So here's how this would look. We would do, remember gopher passing when we had 3 of us here? Ball and a partner. Ball and 2, we'd just go. We do, and then I would switch it to straight line passing would be the second drill. So 7 o'clock to 7:10, 7:05 intro to practice. 7:05 to 7:15 biggie smalls. We're going to play, baby. 7:15 to 7:20, we're doing gopher passing, and we're working on nothing but tilt. 7:20 to 7:25, I'm now doing straight line passing where they're at the end, and they're running right at me, and I'm throwing the ball over the net, straight line passing. And then I'm going to work 7:25 to 7:30. I'm going to put 2 passers on with the setter, and I'm going to chop balls cross, and we're going to pass that ball and set it. 7:30 to 7:35, we're going to do triangle pass where I've got 2 passers and an attacker, and we're going to put it all together. And that's how I would do it. It's block. It's block, and it takes this skill and teaches it from they'll be successful standing across from one another. Then some of them will stay successful when I go over the net. Less will be successful once I start serving it, and that number just continues to well. But we got to focus, you got to teach it, and they got to have success. You saw Elle, she wasn't good the first one. She was great the last one. I just got to give her an opportunity to figure it out, and I got to start where she could be successful. If I start at this, I said, no, well, we're going to stand in a box over here, I'm going to rip shit right at Elle. Probably not going to be successful, and the learning is compromised, right? So, but a great question, and I think you teach in blocks. That would be a block that you would see in my practice, and you're going, this is the best 18s team in the country, and you're doing partner toss in the first 5 minutes? Yeah, the best players in the country need confidence as well. You know, and I think everybody needs confidence, right? I talked to Kate about it last night. I've always believed in Kate more than Kate believes in Kate. I need Kate to believe in Kate more. When that happens, she's going to bloom, and I'm going to be jacked up. And you're going, you still coach Kate? No, I love Kate. And that's what coaching's all about. It never stops, right? And so we got to constantly dwell on these things, build confidence in each drill. Build high confidence to medium confidence to low confidence to competence. And I think that's how you teach. Does that answer it? I hope. I'm going to confuse you. I'm not putting the end. You got to put together decision making. Remember I said yesterday, there's a big difference between setting and being a setter. Setting is just making the ball go where you want it to go. Setters got to figure out a lot of moving pieces. And so we got to finish with decision making. My decision making, I would put 3 men on there. I would put the triangle on there, maybe Ellie here and Iz right there, and make them have to communicate. I've got line, I've got seam, and do some simple toss work to target. And they rotate. It would be easy. Go right here. There you go, right there. And so you come right here passing. You stand right there as a passer. Target ready. And then I would be right here. In the moment I get ready to start the drill, go ahead and put that ball down, Nora. You're passing. You're in the middle. So what's got to happen? I hold the ball. I'm going to throw this ball right at you, but I've got line. I've got seam. And so to guarantee you understand seam, Nora, this is what I took yesterday that you guys have got to get best at. Here's how you guys are handling this first ball. Ball goes to L, and you do that. Do it again. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you guys do. You do this. You look at L, which is really cool if you're L, because everybody's looking at you, and that's what we want. But you need to be engaged in the play. There's no watching. You're either moving your feet or jumping in this game, but there's no stand and watch. If you're chasing with your eyes, you're behind. So this is chasing with my eyes. So I've got line, I've got seam, and if you ever played softball, the right fielder is going to play the ball, but the center fielder always backs up the right fielder. Mm-hmm. And so the ball is thrown. As I throw it, you got to be on the move, and the next person in line fills in here. So go back. Looks like this. And after you pass it, I need you to crash and cover on that side. So ready? Right here? What do you got?
A line.
What do you got, baby? I let go of the ball, you move. Go.
Here, I got it.
Move. Go on over there. You get out of here. You're right there. Next man slides in. And we start to create some decision-making and conversation. And then we build it out to a serve pass drill. Simple as that. But I got to teach Nora. That's one thing, Scott, I would hit on the most. There's a lot of chasing with the eyes. And a lot of that is just, we got to tell them more. Nora did it. Nora's good. Nora gets it. We got to be engaged in the play. So if you want to be a great player, Anna, do you become a great player if Nora makes all the plays? No. Stop being so caring about it. I want to play too. So I'm moving here just in case Nora isn't moving and just in case Nora is not capable of handling the ball. I'm in the move. Nora passes and leaves. Now it's my time to shine. But we got to be moving. We got to move our feet versus our eyes. And so serving. let's move on to serving for you guys. Effective serving. Direct point. Direct point. And if that's going to be your strategy, direct point, it does not happen a lot. Unless you're playing somebody really bad. I will tell you that I graduated from college, had a great college career. I went in and took a high school coaching job right out of college. And God, these poor ladies that had coached their whole lives, it was going to be a really traumatic experience for them. Because I was going to come in with what at least had to be 10 gallons of testosterone. And I was going to just evaporate. I was going to just kill everybody. And I don't even know if my front row guys were going to have to play. We were just going to serve everybody off the court. And I was a literal serving genius. We're going to serve everything, serve zone 1. I'm going to put every ball behind the setter. I'm going to force her setter to have to turn off the net. I don't even have to defend the middle anymore. She's going to have to set that side. I'm going to make every ball go back to zone 1. And I'm going to dominate them. Then I'm going to serve short once they get used to that. And all these ladies who won 600, 700 high school games will bow down to my greatness. They will. And I went to my first practice with this in mind. We're going to dominate with the serve. And this is what we're going to do. And halfway through my first practice, I thought, dear God, they can't even serve the ball in the court. So my zone 1 plan, gone. My ultimate plan ended up being just make it go over the net, please God. And then I got my butt handed to me by these ladies that won 600, 700 games. They just figured it out. And so serving, direct point is an outcome, but it doesn't happen. It's the only time in a game where one action presents a point. You know, I always tell people it's like free throw shooting. It's the only time in a game where you're isolated and the outcome truly is on you. So when your fathers yell at you, the one place fathers will always jump on daughters is serving. You missed 3 serves. Hey, you know, I hit 400, Dad. 400 at the net, had 3 stuffs. You missed 3 serves. Oh, come on, Dad. Or you get the mom that said, why is my daughter not playing more? She scored 15 points. What? She served 15 balls in a match, yeah, but she didn't score 15 points. Your daughter happens to be in the front row and my 6'4" middle is in there, and that helps our 15-point equation. So don't do that. But it's the one place where people really nail down and will come at you as coaches. You know, she's this, and you got to be able to be ready for that. But it's the only time where the point is scored. It's the only time where you're all alone, where every bit of play stops and the spotlight is on one person. If I knew the spotlight was going to be on me, I would make sure I was ready to do so. So as players, the time to study for the test is before the test, not during. And so you want to make sure you get a ton of serving. So if you're first back from water, serve. If you're first in the gym, serve. If you're the last in the gym, serve. Serve, and serve with purpose. Coaches serve a ton. Second thing about effective serving, pressure off. So it takes pressure off your block and dig. The better you serve, the better you block. It's not me making stuff up. That is true. If you want to be a great blocking team, be a great serving team. Because if I serve the heck out of it and force you in a predetermined left side attack, my middle can escape. They can go over and wait on you. You dictate your defense and your blocking with your serve. So serving dictates everything. For me, it's transition. My transition game explodes when we serve well because we're in a more readable position, and if I can read you, I can run you. We'll dig it and we'll run the middle on you right now. So serving really starts to create all of your offense, all of your defense and offense. And then lastly, you know, when I look at the game, the one serve that I didn't put on here that I think I really want you to work on, it's kind of a lost art. Somebody said to me, we were talking, in the 70s and 80s, everybody ran combinations. In fact, every great men's team ran combination plays, X's, ripping around. We do. We still do. We play like a men's team. That's one of the things that makes us hard to defend because it's not your traditional pass, set it, and throw it outside. We run a lot of inside stuff. If you really are kind of one of those VB geeks, go online and look up Thailand volleyball or Thailand offensive systems. Man, there's some motion. Their little setter, I think it's Tom is their last. She is unbelievable. About this big, but unbelievable. And they run some quick stuff inside that you're looking at. It'll give you aspirations to where you want to go, but it's all built off the serve. All transition is built off the serve. But the short serve is how I would slow down Thailand. You know, everybody always goes, what serve do you work the most? I told you, Dave, we're little, right? This serve, we work the most. Because if I'm little, I can't stop the slide. So I've got to stop the slide, not by serving an ace. I just want to put a body right here passing to dissuade this kid from being able to slide. I serve the 3 zone to take away a very effective fast attack middle. I serve the 4 zone all the way over short to shorten up the run ramp. If you've got a short outside hitter, I'm going to serve zone 4 because you won't get a full approach on me. You got to teach your kids how to serve short. It's a weapon, and you got to give them a full arsenal. Serving drills. So I'm going to hit on some simple training things. Give me 2 guys up here. C and right. Boom. I want you over there. I want you over here. C. 10-foot line. 10-foot line. All right. Some simple things you need to work on, and then I'll throw these guys in drills and let them be gone. If I'm teaching kids how to serve, I want you to stand. You're right-handed, right? C.
Yeah.
Stand on your left foot only. If I need to figure out if their tossing is an issue, if C tosses a ball and serves it but falls this way, she's tossing too far in front of her. Wobbles. It teaches you where their toss is screwed up. The toss is the whole gig. The toss is the whole thing. Serving is easy, tossing is hard. So we do single leg tossing, and we'll start at the 10, and if C serves it over successfully, she backs up 1, and we'll serve from the opposite. So stand on 1 foot, serve and toss. There you go, and you back up 1, you're good. Go ahead, here, for time's sake. Go, stand on 1, left foot for right hand, there you go. Back up, go. That's your shot, go. There you go.
Oh, wait.
That's all right, you're all right, go. There you go, serve. And hold right there. The problem there, toss went this way. Common tendency. So she tosses with this hand, correct? She throws it over this way. If everything times perfectly, it's gold. If she's 1 second off this way or this way, she's screwed. The best way to fix that is tossing hand in front of striking shoulder and go straight up. So here's the way to look at it. So put your pins down for a second. If you're right-handed, put your left hand out. Put your right thumb right about where, let's say, the hairline or ponytail originates. Raise your left hand up over your shoulder. Put your right hand straight to your right hip. Yeah, that's the problem, because we need to have a clapping sound, right? So do it again. Left hand in front of right shoulder, right thumb right on the ponytail, left arm straight up, right hand straight down. That's the problem. So what happens is they will toss, and sometimes they will trick you. She'll toss, and their timing will accidentally be on time, and she'll make it. But most of the time, she's here or here, which is generating issues. And that was that one. So go again, stand on 1, tossing hand in front of striking shoulder, pop the ball over. Go again. No, you're all right. Go. Put the heel of the hand through the center of the ball. 1 foot, go. Yes. That was better. And so you use it to kind of figure it out. We go 1 minute, and in 1 minute, some of your kids are going to be behind the end line. And to those guys, we say, and after a minute, some of you guys are still going to be standing at the 10-foot line. And that's the most important, because now I know who's struggling. I now know who's got a problem. To fix a problem, you got to find the problem. The second phase of that is kneeling. So kneel down, right-hander is left knee high. Come back up. All the way at the 10, you'll have the same backup principles. Pop it over. This is about hand contact. There you go, kneel. Nice movement, kneel on one leg high, left leg high, left leg high. There you go. Nope, that's not the left. You're right-handed? Yeah, go, you're good. Boom, and you would back up, and we would go all the way through. This is to see if they're getting hand contact, and you gotta do it. You gotta figure out what the problem is. From there, you look at the end of this gig, go down to C. Always compete, always move. One of the neatest principles, I had a high school basketball coach. We never shot more than 2 free throws at a time, ever, without running. You shoot 2, you run. And then people would look, oh, well, we shoot 30, and you never stand at the free throw line and shoot 30 times. His theory was, in a game, you only shoot twice and then you run. So we'd shoot 2, run, come back, shoot 2, run, come back, shoot 2. And so we don't serve and stand there. We don't serve and serve 16 balls and stand there. Serve and move, serve and move. So we always will serve and chase and get our ball and come back serve. We'll serve one way. And so you look at it, we'll always compete as well. So if you look at the drills, look at A, no gut serve. No gut serving is a simple drill. I will take dots, and if you don't have them, as an individual coach, I'd probably buy them. I would go 10 feet from the sideline-ish and put 3 dots. I would go 10 feet from the sideline-ish, and this court's perfect because it's anything outside the blocks, but 10 feet sideline-ish, 3 dots. Kids are serving from that way. If they serve a ball that lands in the dotted area, they go shag the ball, 1 push-up. If they serve a ball that is out of bounds, flies out of bounds, they go shag their ball, 3 push-ups. They serve a ball that lands in the middle of the net, they don't have to shag as far, but they're going 5 push-ups. If they serve a ball that is in the lanes or in front of the 10, no push-ups, no push-ups. The reasoning behind the 3 and 5, a ball served out of bounds, I play the idiot factor. We've all played with that guy. We've all played. If you ever played the game, you play with a moron. And that guy touches the ball that everybody's screaming out, and hey, usually it's a middle blocker, I'm sorry. But you know, they're wandering around aimlessly. They'll touch a ball. But I've played with a lot of morons. But I've never played with anybody stupid enough to run under the net and touch a ball before it gets to the net. Never happened. Never happened. So a ball served into the net, we got 0 chance of scoring. A ball served out of bounds long, we still got the idiot factor we're playing. A ball served in the gut, a little better. A ball served in the lanes, we're good. Make sense? And so that's called no gut serving. We do a lot of drills with boxes. I will set a box up. We serve what's called 16 and 56 seam. So this is the 6 zone on the court. Right here. So we're looking at 1 zone, 5 zone. 56 seam is the ball between the 2. As a coach, if you've ever called zones, you call zone 1, that means they're serving the ball right in their lap. I always tell our passers, if we're serving this guy, serve off their inside leg. Aim for their inside leg. And if they miss, we're good, but this is where I want the ball in the seam. So we'll take a box and set it right here, and they've got to serve a ball and 1 bounce the box. If it 1 bounces and hits the box, that's what I want. I want them working deep, and I want them working in the gap. We'll do 16 seam, we'll do 56 seam. We'll put dots down in the corners. And I think I told you yesterday, we'll do 25-point corner serving, meaning every serve into the box is 2 points, but at some point you got to get a let. You can only get 1, but you got to get a let off the top of the net and in to get your odd number. 25-point corner serving. I will then take at the next water break and pull it about 5 feet in and have lanes on each side. You got to get 25-point lanes, 2 in the lane, 1 for the let. I'll go 25-point baseline, about 4 feet in. It's got to be deep. 2 in the box, 1 for the let. And we compete on every single thing. Sometimes you encounter great liars. I've had some kids, 25, and everybody on the team's going, oh, you got to be kidding me. And I'm just going, shit, don't worry about it. She'll never serve in the game. Just let her have her moment in the sun. And I just act totally oblivious, like I can't pick out a liar. But in every other kid, you got all these girls grumbling all the way to water. It is. That's who she is. Let it go. Don't do it until you get it right. Do it until you can't get it wrong. So serving too often, that's how we approach serving. Whew, okay, she's finally got the ball over the net next. No. Not over the net. In. Not over the net and in. Over the net in and in an area that we prescribe. So kids will work on making it go over the net. Once you get over the net, you got to give them a spot to hit. Once they can hit a spot, then we got to finite that spot. But make it so, don't do it till they get it right, do it till they can't get it wrong. I believe that serving and passing for their sake are summer skills. In basketball, if you ever play basketball, shooting is a summer skill. Shooting is a summer skill because you can't put up enough shots in the practice season. You don't have time to put up 500 shots a day in season. In the summer, we have time. So in volleyball, serving and passing, summer skills. And how bad you want to be good is up to you, clowns. That's true. I had a little girl a long time ago that I told her you would be an elite player if you make that serve better. Scott, I'm not lying. I went home about 3 days later. I'm driving. I looked off to my left, and there was a little girl serving off of a barn. Serving off of a barn. And on that barn, I saw a stripe. I assume it was 7'4 1/4. And there was a stake in the ground. I assume it was 30 feet back. And she was just serving over and over off the barn. That wasn't practice. If you want to be good, practice when we practice when no one's practicing. You know, Kate, there was a lot of things Kate did as a player that had nothing to do with me. Nothing. That's when she got better. Coach this skill as hard as the others. We all get jacked for defense, right? Just pummeling people, hammering kids. It's great. Especially if you had a tough day, just hammer, baby. But you got to coach serving and passing just as hard as you coach blocking, attacking, and defense. We get amped on. You were talking about boys. God, boys bounce a ball. They can't remember anything for the next 30 minutes. You know, that's true. But we got to teach serving and passing with the same enthusiasm. Train part to whole. You saw I start single leg and then start doing some different things. And like I said yesterday, these skills are a whole lot like breathing. As long as you're doing them, life is good. If you stop doing them, you're doomed.
Can you give us your take about how you teach just attacking? You mentioned early on that you get blocked a ton, right?
Yeah.
Early on your team. So
Yeah.
be curious to see, because I see a lot of hitters here tonight, especially and some of the biggest things I've seen personally is just approach in general. They're tall enough to have some of the skills, but just the approach of hitting a set, it becomes a challenge.
Do you believe that how we approach life is how we live life?
I do, yeah.
I think that's my hitting approach too. I think how we approach life is how we live life. If you approach life in a very passive, slow manner, that's kind of what you get out of life. If you approach life in a very aggressive, vibrant manner, that's kind of what you get out of life. I like approaching with vibrance. Approach, I think you're 100% right. Sometimes when the approach is slow to attack, it has everything to do with confidence. It has everything to do with confidence. I will tell you that I want my kids, even if they're tipping, I want them to approach harder when they tip and roll than they do when they attack. I want you to know I'm still going to go as aggressive as humanly possible on every ball. And understand that if I want this ball to bounce really high, it doesn't bounce very high if I drop it. It bounces high when I impact force on the floor. Your body, you know, gravity's a bitch. I oftentimes think how fun it would be if we didn't have to deal with it. But gravity wants to keep you on the ground. You're the one fighting gravity. So the more I attack the floor with my feet, the higher I go. And so the terminology I will use is attack the floor with your feet. You got to attack the floor with your feet over and over again. I'll put them on a box and they hop off the box and they're not thinking about landing. As soon as they hit the ground, they're exploding back up. It's called plyometrics, but it's attacking the floor with your feet. You got to teach that theory and you go part to whole. I go with the finish, then I teach the approach, and then I enter a ball. The last thing you want to do is enter a ball before they're ready to enter a ball. We've got a kid right now, and it made me, she came from our Muncie Indy Club, and I even said this. I said point blank, I said, I'd like to fire all of them. I didn't say I was always nice. I'd like to fire all of them. This kid touches about 10-8. I'm looking at this kid, and the kid is really, it's kind of crazy. She's got these crazy glasses she wears, like Kurt Rambis. I'm watching her, I'm looking at this kid, and I'm going, well, this kid, she looks like a librarian. And she explodes off the floor. Whoa. I watched the first time she jumped. I thought, wow. I said, how high is that kid touch? One of my coaches said, 10-7. That's impressive. I said, throw a ball. Threw a ball. I said, wow. And they said, she's good, isn't she? I said, she's got backwards footwork. I said, what? I said, she could never hit the ball on the right side of the court because of the way her feet are. So in approaching, I want to teach left, right, left, and I can open and hit. But if your kid goes right, left, right, and so you got to be aware of that. So yeah, the approach is paramount. And we teach it, we start it that way. We teach our young kids, we take jump ropes, lay them on the floor, and they got to step over the creek, hop over the river. Step over the creek, hop over the river. Step over the creek, hop over the river. And they do it over and over. And you'll hear these kids with these stupid little things. You'll hear kids, step over the creek, hop over the river. I teach setting, moose, Superman. So I've got a band of 5-year-old nut jobs running around, moose, Superman. Moose, Superman. It's just, that's the way you teach, yeah? And you teach part the whole, small to big.
Phil Dowhouser is got a goofy foot.
He is goofy
You know
foot.
what his solution is? His right foot is behind his left, even though it's the last foot.
You know who else had goofy feet? And I was in a clinic where it was brought up. Goofy feet, Karch Karai, the greatest player of our generation, had goofy feet. And somebody asked Marv Dumphy, his Olympic coach, he said, are you aware that Karch is goofy-footed? And he said, yes. He said, well, why haven't you fixed it? He said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I will give you this with Phil Dowhouser, and I played against him. And Karch, I played against him. You can fix goofy feet if you're touching 11-8. I said, I think that makes a big difference. But he did alter his start foot. Yeah, that's how you teach it. That's how you teach it.